the channel.
That's my son Josh. Hi, I'm Tim. Josh's dad. Today we are going to be changing out an APIM module on a 2017 Ford Fusion Hybrid. This is also known as an accessory protocol interface module. It sits before the actual chassis model for the radio inside the car, and it controls things such as the climate control, your navigation if you have that, other apps like we have in hybrids, and your radio itself. So this has been a known issue with some of the Fords, some problems with it. Today we're going to show you how to change it for relatively inexpensive. If you go to the dealer, it can range anywhere from $800 to $1,200 depending on the options in the APIM module you have. In this case we do not have navigation. So the module itself, if you were to buy new, is about $800, and the dealer would charge about $400 to install it. So today we're going to show you how to install one that was used. I'll provide some links down below and where to get the module. There's some options you have before attempting to do this work. I'll be using some tools to pull out the panels in the car. I'll provide a link down below for that as well. They're relatively inexpensive. You can go ahead and use a screwdriver if you prefer, but you may risk damaging some of your interior panels. So today we're going to be using some of those tools. I'll provide a link. The other thing to consider is this module is tied to the VIN number of your car. So you have a couple options. You can do it as I did. I purchased a used APIM module from an individual, and I'll provide a link for that as well, that programmed it to your VIN. So if you supply the VIN, they do the programming for you. So there's nothing more you need to do other than install it. The other option is to bring it to the dealer, who can do the flashing and install the VIN number to your APIM module. They do charge about $130. That may vary in your area, so it is quite expensive. Your third option is to do it yourself. So it is possible. There is a site, I'll include that also down below, to go to. It's www.motorcraftservice.com/asbuilt, and there you'll have to enter your vehicle VIN number, and you download a file. Then you go to a site for ForScan, you install that on your laptop, and you purchase, and I'll include all the links for this below as well, a module that plugs into your car from your laptop to be able to program it. So it's a little bit more involved, but the parts are relatively cheap. I think the cord is about $10, and the software and the files are free. There's nothing more you need to purchase, so it's just a matter of learning how to use it. So in this case, I went the easy route, and I purchased one with it. So we're going to get started now, and we're going to disassemble some of the trim panels here. Okay, I'm going to get started here. Some of the tools that I have, like I said, we're going to use some of these, and I'm sorry for in the way here. I'm just trying to do this around the camera itself. So we're going to pry these out. They just pop in on the sides. We just need them out of the way. We don't need to take them out completely. So that's a start, and we're going to try to do this live here. I have not practiced this before, so I'm not sure how well this is going to go, but we'll give it a shot. This here, I believe, just pops out, and it's just a matter of finding where to pry. Alright, so sorry folks, we had to pause to figure out how to do this. The center console here, we needed to pop this up just a little bit. There's nothing holding it in other than just some clips, so there's no screws or anything. You just need to pop it up just a little bit to get clearance to pull out the center trim, or the side trim, which slides a little bit under there, just a little bit. Once I did that, this pops right off real easy, and then we're going to continue around to the top, taking this trim around the radio out. So, again, I'm going to have my son hold the camera while I finish pulling this trim out. Again, Okay, now since we've done this, we have exposed some of the screws that hold this thing in. We have two here we have to remove, and I believe that is it. We have some pins that hold it in place. So for now, we will get our socket set, and I believe those are going to be maybe 7s. 7s. What we need to do now is gently lift up on this panel. It should just remove. There's two clips that hold it in place.
What is that car doing in a driveway?
Pause it. Okay, so what I did is just pry it up gently in the bottom of this, and there's two clips on both sides that hold this in. You want to be careful pulling it. Don't pull too hard. You want to jiggle it. Just give it a little bit of opportunity to come out. The clips, I believe, have metal in them. I'll find out once I get this out. Okay, guys. Yeah, we run into a little bit of snag here because we've watched other videos, and this is why I'm glad we're doing this video for you. This is a titanium, and I believe the other videos had like an SE benzyl up front that they were removing, which had just two metal clips on the side. We're struggling getting this out, and it turns out there's two clips on the top as well, as you can see. These are those metal clips. They're a little difficult to get out, so you need to make sure you take your time, work around the metal, or where the clips are, with your tools, your plastic tools, and just apply gentle pressure to remove them, because if you do too much, these things will break very easily, and they'll break the plastic in which they're screwed into. So we did take these bolts out up here. You want to shine them up there. We did take these out as well. They don't need to come out. I was just trying to investigate as to why this wasn't coming out, and that's the reason why. So now we're going to move on to the actual module itself. You can leave this dangling. We're going to remove these 4 bolts right here. There's 2 on this side, 1, 2. There's 2 on this side, 1, 2. Okay, now that these are removed, we should be able to pull this module right out, screen it all. And what we're going to do is we're going to start doing some disconnecting. So put them over, and we should be able to lift it out. You want to be careful not to scratch your screen doing this. I'm trying very hard not to. Oh, there it goes. We just pushed that down. And then this big one comes out. Now we should be able to take the whole module out. So there is the whole module. Now what we need to do is we need to disconnect this wire here. There we go. That can stay on the main module. So now we're going to take this now. 4, looks like 4, no 3, that's right, 3 screws. We'll find a safe place for these. 2. plugged in, rather than buttoning everything up. We're just going to try it out.
Yep.
Let's see what happens.
Go to fog,
We got music.
but no screen.
There it is. Alright, so there you are, folks. We're going to turn it on. Of course, we got lots of things going on here. Alright, so we're going to turn this off. Not sure what the beeping is for. Ready to drive. Alright, so there's the unit. It's installed. All the trim panels are popped back in. It's just reverse order. Make sure you get all your screws back where they belong. Off camera when we did this, I forgot to put 2 screws in after I popped all the panels back in. So it's just a matter of taking them back off and putting those screws in. So just be aware where the screws go and make sure you get them all in. It'll save yourself a lot of trouble. Everything here seems to be working just fine. The true test is going to be setting up my phone. I will try the Bluetooth on it, and we'll do that off camera. But right now, so far, everything seems to be fine. They did a good job at the place where I ordered it, so I recommend them. And again, I'll include that link in the video below. Everything seems to be checking out, so pretty happy. Don't have to go to the dealer to get that flashed, and it's an easy thing to do. It did not take that long. It took us about, what, 30 minutes, 40 minutes?
Yeah.
And that's with doing the video on top of that. So without the video, probably would have taken about 20 minutes to do this this change. It really doesn't take any time at all. Really easy to do. All you need is other than the tools to take the interior panels out, is a 7mm socket, and that's it. So yeah, those are the trim tools. If just please leave your comments, questions down below. This is our first video, so excuse the unprofessional recordings and editing. This is our first try. I'm encouraging my son to start his own YouTube channel. So if there's anything else you'd like to see, what we're going to do is just any kind of repairs, any kind of fixes in the car or around the house. So just let us know in the comments below if we have something available to do that, and we will try to make another video that goes by your suggestions. So I appreciate that, and we will talk to you later.
Yeah, bye.